Oh, what do you think? These old guy glasses, huh? I thought maybe a little more fun. But actually, for the last 30 or 40 years, I've been trying to educate the average person on how to take advantage of the government programs. I mean, there's so much there. The rich people don't need help because they used to pay me thousands of dollars to do it. But anytime I find something that really could help you, I want to share it with this because this is a listing for Central Florida of housing resources. Now, it doesn't matter if you live in Central Florida or not. What I'm using this for is to show you the kinds of help that is everywhere, not only Central Florida, but it's so diverse and no one person knows everything. So I'm always looking for people who spend the time, like the author of this, Molly Durig, who did all the hard research, because I know it's hard research to do all this stuff, to put all this stuff in one place. And there's 40, in other words, if you live in Central Florida, here's 40 offices that give out grant money and free services to solve almost any kind of housing problem that you have. Okay, let's go through this. Now, again, remember, it doesn't matter if you don't live in Florida. This is the kinds of things you have to look for where you live. Because if you just call one office and say, hey, do you have help? And they say no, you're going to go home. But you can't. There's 40 in your area too. So you have to keep looking. Okay, so let's go through the list here. Okay, for renters immediately facing eviction, that's going to happen soon, okay? Because the eviction notice was supposed to end, this week on the 30th of June. Now it's going to be 31st of July. And some of it's going to be, depending on where you live, it's going to be even further. So some cities, some states have extended it for where they live. But here's the kind of legal help. So you get free legal help. Don't guess that you know your rights because your landlord told you the rights. No, you don't do that. They're going to read everything in their favor, not your favor, because they want to get rid of you. You can't do that. So here are the places just in around Central Florida. The Legal Aid Society of Orange County Bar Association. So that's the Bar Association. Community Legal Services of Florida. See, there's more than one legal services. And the Florida Rural Legal Services, that's another free service. The Heart of Florida Legal Aid Society, another free service. And actually there's one that's even better. It's called justshelter.org. They have probably a dozen in Florida that you could talk to, all for free. See, all these are free legal help. If you go and Google legal help because of your eviction, some lawyer's going to charge you $200-300 an hour. Now, here they also have. If you can't find help, try using this search tool at the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. Very good organization. This is a government office, so it's consumerfinance.gov, and then find a housing counselor. That's very important. Right there is a listing of free housing counselors, and you could call them. They have them all over Florida, so you call them up, make an appointment, go, hey, I'm in trouble with my house. That's very important to do. Okay, now another thing you want to do. The Heart of Florida United Way. United Way is the organization that tries to organize all the information that's available from nonprofits and even government. So really, they're trying to show people where to get free things. So they even have information on homeless shelters, housing assistance, grants, and everything. And it's the 211. If you know about 211, and also there's a competing service now that is pretty good, I think, but you can't call them. 211, you could also get on the phone, and they're helpful. But this is findhelp.org is the other one. So you have 211, findhelp.org. Okay, you have all these free legal services. You have 211, and you can find money there and everything. But it's not the complete thing. So if they don't have it there, you can't stop. You say, oh, I guess they don't have it. That's silly. That's silly. That's silly, silly, silly. You're never going to get anything if you believe what one person says. Okay, now here's other places that do the same thing. Okay, and these are nonprofit organizations. Okay, Covenant House of Florida. Okay, they have emergency and transitional service shelter programs. So if you're really hurting, that's it. Hope Partnership, another one. They have housing assistance, advocacy, and support low income and even homeless people of need. Okay, Orlando Union Rescue Mission. These people all do important work. So they may or may not be good for you at this time, but you should know they're just in case. Here's emergency food that gets delivered. Now that's pretty good. Christian Sharing Center, experiencing if you're worried about homelessness and everything, and they have free laundries and stuff like this. Coalition for the Homeless, that's another. Maybe you're not homeless, so this may not apply to you, but it's important to know what your downside is. Emergency food and shelter, because you never know. Salvation Army, we know about them. And the Zebra Coalition, not sure. Oh, I see. That's the LGBTQ people. Okay. Well, that's great. See, there's all kinds. Okay. For tenants behind on rent and or at risk of being evicted. So this could be you easily. Okay. They have the programs here. Florida Department of Children and Families. Okay. rflorida.com. You check there. The eligible Florida renters can qualify for 15 months of rent and utility payments, including 12 months of past due rent and 3 months of future. Now, I've told you about that many times, and I think Florida has finally gotten organized to get that money out. They've had the money for a year, but they just started having a good way to get it out to people just recently. You may also be able to apply for rent and utility assistance if you live in one of the following cities. So that's a state program for rent. And now you have cities programs for rent. See what I mean? Maybe you could get them twice. You don't want to do that, but so if one doesn't work, then you have to keep. You don't say, okay, you applied to the one and it doesn't get it. No, you can't do that. Here's for this county. They have a program. Another county have Marion County, Orange County. They all have programs. Look, Polk County, Seminole County, but all have separate programs than the other one. See. Okay, if you're a lower income household and need help paying utilities. Now, this is separate. See, there's utility programs with the rent, they pay utilities. There's another utility program, just utilities pay. And this is a national program that's in everywhere. See, so because you talk to one program about utility, don't think that's the only program. Here's a one national program. It says LEHEAP, LEHEAP, whatever you say it. Okay, and then but wait a minute, there's more. There's now local utility programs with all these counties. See, and this is, boy, God bless this woman for doing all this. Yeah, see, every county that's just for a second. Okay, for landlords. Okay, this is the enemy, right? If you're a renter, but man, if you're a landlord, you haven't been paid in a month. You haven't been paid in a year, maybe. So that's why until December 31st, landlords may apply for a loan to $2 million at only 3.75 interest rate. For homeowners, okay, here's another thing. Also USDA forbearance, you get 3 to 6 months. You don't have to pay the mortgage. And also the CFPB on its website. Learn more about how to apply for mortgage forbearance. Okay, that's the consumerfinance.gov to learn about mortgage forbearance, particularly now if you have a HUD loan, a VA loan, or Fannie Mae and everything. They all have forbearance programs, and find out about that. Having something to add. Okay, so he said, so this is just to give you an idea of the kinds of stuff that's out there. There's more than one place, and there's a lot of places I even know that they haven't talked about, because there's a new mortgage program, and that's run by your state Housing Finance Authority. So in Tallahassee, you have something called a State Housing Finance Authority, and then find out about the mortgage programs, because you didn't pay your mortgage. Okay, and they don't have that, and that's it, because that's the new Biden. That's under the new Biden program, and that also has. Listen to this: the State Housing Finance tells you about the program, for mortgages, and it also has utility money in there. See, that's not talking about that. You have moving money in there. You have to move or something, go somewhere else. In there, it has money for all the bills with housing. Your trash removal, all this kind of stuff. Yeah, probably even you may even get the what do you call it, internet and stuff like that. Well, there's another internet program. They'll give you $50 a month to pay for your internet. And that's what income's up to $75,000 or more a year. So don't think you have to be poor and living on the streets to get these things. No, poor isn't poor anymore. I mean, a lot of the programs that give financial assistance are incomes up to $200,000. Man, who would have thought that? I've been following this for, 30, 40 years now. And it's just amazing that the income requirements are so hard. Now, every program has different income requirements, but that's it. So don't count yourself out thinking you make too much money. You may not for the government anyway. I don't know what's going on there, but anyway, mine's not the reason why. Mine's the reason to show you what's out there and to see if it's worthwhile to you. Okay, it's out there. Got to take some work though to do it.